option prices are comprised of two components. Okay, you know all this.
No, that doesn't mean I don't need to hear it.
Okay, well, okay. So option prices, I was going to say, but for the fools watching, who maybe don't know this, so an options price is two components: intrinsic value and time value. Intrinsic value is just the difference between the stock price and the strike price with a bottom of zero. So we're talking about the $145 calls on Apple right now with it.
Right.
Stock price of 130 minus strike price of 145, that's minus 15, but we can't do negative numbers with intrinsic value. So if it's below zero, you just call it zero. Okay.
Easy enough.
But if we were talking about the $120 call option today on Apple, stock price of 130 less 120 strike price, that's $10, would have intrinsic value of $10. Okay. So a call option is stock price minus strike price. For put option, which we're not going to get into, put option is strike price less stock price, but it's always the difference between those two things.
It's the spread, for lack of a better word, between them.
For lack of a better word, yeah, actually good. And it's just, you run with it. But again, zero, you don't worry about it. Anything beyond, so then you look at the options price. So again, our August $145 call options on Apple, we've just established there's no intrinsic value because the stock price or the strike price is well above the stock price. So you look at the price, it's about $2.70. That is all time value. And time value is the amount of premium the option is demanding, or the options market is demanding, because it doesn't know which way the stock is going to go. Could go up, could go down, could rocket to the moon, could meander sideways. We don't know. So the options market is saying, because of that uncertainty, here is what we are going to demand. And in this case, it's $2.70. But that's on May 7th.
Right.
As the third Friday in August, and standard expiration Friday is the third Friday each month. As August 20th approaches, that $2.70, let's say Apple goes nowhere, just stays at 130 for the next 3 and a bit months.
Okay.
That $2.70 will gradually decline until at expiration, it reaches zero.
So the
there's no
money
more time left. So go ahead.
Sorry. So the money I'm getting paid to sell this call is sort of a quantification of there's the difference between the prices, unless it's zero. In this case, the intrinsic value is zero, but it's like a quantification of the time that's going to pass, right? And so that's why if I was going to buy something that expired in a week, what did you say, like 19 cents?
Yeah.
But we go farther out. So Owen has also said time decay, is it linear or not so much?
No.
It decays more rapidly as expiration approaches, right?
Yeah.
Which is the next week is worth 19 cents.
And
the day before, it'll be worth a penny.
Yeah, we've got actually an article in Motley Fool Options, which Jim Mueller, I think I called it Tempest Fugit. Might be one of the few ones.
Yeah, Tempest. I remember Tempest Fugit.
Yeah. It basically it graphs out the time decay, and it basically looks like this, Owen. It's as time passes, and then kind of like the last week, remember we talked about an option is the sum of intrinsic value and time value. Okay. The dirty little secret, with one exception, that's dividends. We'll get to that in a minute, but pretend the stock doesn't have a dividend. Ignore intrinsic value. Time value. If time value is anywhere above zero, anywhere above 5 cents, basically, your option will not be assigned early, absenting a potential special case of dividends, but will not be assigned early against you, because it makes more sense and it provides more profit to the counterparty rather than exercising the option, taking your shares and then selling them. It makes more sense to sell the option.
Yep.
So we've been talking about the 145 strike here, right? Obviously, no one is going to take your shares and pay you 145. Right. Or sorry.
If it's at 132. Yeah.
Like they're going to go, well, no, I'm just not going to hand Ellen $15 free dollars.